this
Yeah,
thing because my
is
partner is doing it.
yes,
Almost everything is natural, you see, because we've talked about love not being enough, how marrying for the wrong reasons like physical attraction and all sorts of short-term qualities or short-term values, how they are not enough. Shared value is something. Compatibility
yeah,
is another important thing to consider before getting into marriage with
yes,
somebody. If you do not share at least 80%
yeah.
of values, you shouldn't, because there's going to be parenting, there's going to be war on how to parent the kids.
Yes,
There's going to be war on things pertaining to religion,
yes,
finances, communication, and even how to quell conflict in the home.
yes,
If you're the type that believes in silent treatment and your partner believes, come on, we should talk about this, or you are the type that believes in, man, when you're pissed, you up and leave, while your partner is the type that wants to talk, it's not going to work.
yeah.
It may work for a few days or a few months, but long time it's not going to
It's
work.
not going to
At a point, your partner will be fed up. If you're the type that walks away, your partner will be fed up. If you're the type that keeps silence, that gives silent treatment, your partner will get fed up and say, okay, if this is how you want it, let's go. Let's go ahead and give each other silent treatment. So if you do not have, or you do not see you guys having shared values, you shouldn't come together.
No.
You shouldn't come together marrying for vibes. Character. Important things. There are important things to look out for, important values to look out for in human beings, other than physical
appearances.
Their physical appearances. And it is almost suicidal to go into marriage without doing due diligence.
Yes.
What do you know? What do you know about your partner? What can you say about them? How are they going to contribute to your life going forward? Marriage is for better, for worse, in sickness and in
like
health.
This person is supposed to be your life forever.
When it boils down to it, he's going to pack your shit, he's going to clean you up, he's going to feed you, when it boils down to it. So do you see this person doing these
things for you?
Or do you see yourself doing such thing for such
this
person? If you do not, then there's a problem.
And it's not advisable to overlook some certain things. When you see some certain things while starting up a relationship or marriage, a relationship before it gets to marriage,
before it gets too late,
yes, you should be able to talk about it. When you talk about it and you find out that this person is not ready to relearn or adjust, this person is not teachable
or doesn't have the emotional maturity required for such serious business which marriage is.
Yes, it's advisable you pick your two slippers and run. Because those things that you feel that are not important, or is just when other issues start coming in. Because right now we have our family, we have our baby, and sometimes things that comes with having children in the house, and your own personal problems and all that will just overwhelm you.
Everything will collide and you feel like,
yes. So when you see those things and you feel they are just small things, they are just little, they don't matter. When you start having children that they have their mind of their own, because sometimes you're telling them to sit, they want to stand. So now you have to deal with their stress, their problems. You have to deal with these adult problems. You see, now those things that you feel that are little are no longer little, because now you don't need those things to be part of the problem or the part of the challenges and things you're facing every day. So now this person has to be showing you this, dangling it on your face, and you see yourself getting upset every minute. Why the children also are giving you their own stress. You see, now you keep on asking yourself, is this person an adult or is this person a child? You see where some people disconnect in marriage. This is where some people disconnect.
That disconnect happens often. It has happened in many marriages.
Exactly.
Some people have remained in their marriages based off of what the society is going to say, or lacking of courage to just leave. But if it's about disconnection, they've disconnected a whole lot of people.
Yes. So you see, that's why when you see these things from the beginning, you talk about it. When you talk about it, you just give people benefit of doubt. Okay, not when you see something in your relationship, you pack your load and go. Even when I was running away from people, I do give benefit of doubt. I do talk about it. When I talk about it and see that you're not ready to change, you're not ready to welcome this new development, you're not ready to learn and unlearn, you're not seeing me, you're not hearing, you can't hear me, you can't hear the things I say, my brother, I run. So you see, you have to sit and talk. Talking is very important. Communication. You sit, you talk about it, you point these things out, and this person is not adjusting, this person is not showing you, guaranteeing you that okay, I can do this
going forward. You're going to do better.
Yes. And you watch this person and the person didn't change, this person is not giving you what you want. Now you know the kind of family you want to have. Everybody should, seriously, I believe everybody should know what they want in their home. It took you pain to actually
learn and realize what matters.
Yes. So everybody should know what they want, how they want to build their home. You see, when you find out that this person doesn't have those qualities you need to actually get your family where you would like them to be in the nearest future, the best thing for you is to leave. Because if you stay to manage, or oh my God, for a very long time no man has actually asked me out, and this one managed to come my way, and now if I leave this one, where will I find another one? Then you end up marrying this person because you feel if you leave him you won't find another one. Then these things start happening in the marriage, and there is disconnection between you two. Now you're married but you're not married. You're married and you're not happy. When you guys disconnect, somehow you start to dislike this person.
Of course, there's going to be dislike before the disconnection.
Yes, you start to dislike this person. You start to tell yourself you've made the worst mistake of your life, which you wouldn't have made if you had, if you had told yourself the truth. But now you're saying these things, and there is no marriage anymore. And now maybe there is a child involved, or children are also involved. Now you have a lot of baggages. You have a lot
drag and deal with.
Yes, and to drag and deal with. Then leaving the marriage is no longer an option, even though the marriage doesn't exist anymore. But you'll be there, because now people are going to laugh at you. People are going to have their opinion. People are going to have things to say. You see, you have a bigger problem. Unlike when you would have left with your small, fragile, broken, small, tinkling, broken heart. But now you have a bigger problem to deal with. So you see, meeting you, I would say I do sit sometimes and ask myself, where have this guy been? Like, why is it that I'm meeting him now? Why all this while that I was, why didn't I meet this guy on time?
I asked myself something. I imagine if I had met you, say 10 years ago, even though we hadn't grown as adults and as human beings as much as we have now.
Yeah.
But if I had met you 10 years ago, because I've always been somebody who's willing to learn. I've always been somebody who I have given time to people who were not deserving of it. So if I had met you 10 years ago, we would have built something nice. We would have started building something nice earlier.
Yeah, that's true, because me 10 years ago knew what I wanted 10 years ago. You see,
10 years ago too, I thought I knew what I wanted, but alas.
Because 10 years ago I was still running from people.
The thing is, you're more consistent than me in going towards the direction you want.
Yeah.
Me, I was a random guy. Nothing
Maybe
stuck.
10 years ago, maybe you would have broken my heart.
No, I don't think. I only broke one person's heart out of how many relationships. So I wouldn't have broken your heart. Maybe now if I were on my own.
No, I wouldn't have, because I knew, like I said, I've always known what really matters. And just like you're teachable. You're very, very teachable, and you have the mind, you have the everything, you have the capacity. You're teachable. You also have a lot to give.
And my aura the shock.
Die.
My aura the electricity fuller.
So if I had met you 10 years ago and you're still this person that you're eager to learn, you're willing to change, it would have, something nice would have happened 10 years ago. But the problem would have been if you're not teachable, if you're not ready to adjust. That's where we would have had problem. But good a thing, because it took you having all those people in your life and
to get my head straight,
yes,
get my head right.
Yeah, and going through those pains to actually know the things that matter. Because seriously, some people, it's not like you already know, but some people who had the opportunity to actually have a good person, a good human around them, they didn't take up the opportunity. But it was after some years of their life going through some things in life, they started realizing that that guy that time, even up to now, you know what I'm saying is true. That guy that time was a good guy. Don't miss. And now it's too late for them. So that's how it is. So 10 years ago, maybe you wouldn't have actually,
Well, here we are. So far, we're talking about marriage. We're talking about marriage and the things that actually matter, the things to look out for before getting entangled with anybody in the name of marriage. So far, we've talked about love not being enough.
Yeah.
We've talked about shared values, compatibility. We've talked about character. We've talked about emotional maturity.
Yeah.
Talked about communication and communication
Very
style.
important.
Conflict resolution methodologies.
Very important too.
Then growth mindsets, just like I said, the things that urged me on about you. I saw somebody who is tenacious, who is solution oriented, planning oriented. You love to plan, and you somebody that's long-term and future-oriented too. Because that thing you said, it really swept me off my feet. It gave me confidence that doing it with this person, it was as though I went from 0 to 100. I went from trying to know you to already seeing myself, seeing us married, seeing us together. So the growth mindset and the financial thinking, I loved where you were and where you were going. So I said, even though I do not know everything, but the much I know about myself and the much I've known about you, we're going to make a good team. See, this is, you could say, all-round compatibility.
And since then, we've been making a good team.
We've been, 2 heads are better than
one head. 2 great heads are better than one.
So I actually covered everything that needs to be said about marriage and getting into it. Things you ought to consider. Love is not enough.
No, love is not enough.
The feeling you have in your stomach is not enough to base your decision upon.
That's true.
The feelings you have in your stomach is just, it can be explained in a chemistry lab, that feeling in your stomach. But the real tangible stuff, a scientist will not explain it to you.
That's
the real tangible stuff, growth mindset, conflict resolution, red flags, compatibility, things like that. Real serious things, like the things you think about going into business partnership with people. Real tangible stuff. Marriage is the same thing.
Yes, marriage is a serious thing, because things will come up. Things that even has to do with both of you, things that had to do with other people.
Of course.
Things that had to do
with marriage is a complex.
Yes.
It's a complex.
Because sometimes
situation. You're dealing with how many families?
Yeah.
Two families.
Exactly.
Probably multiple individuals on this side, multiple individuals on this side. Then friends from this side, friends from this side.
And sometimes what might even cause issues might not even be
your own situation.
Yes, your own situation.
Your friends, your family situation, your friend's situation.
Yes, it might be your extended family situation, and they bring it to you. Then, if you guys don't have good understanding on how to handle things, if you don't have a good understanding on how to handle a situation, it can get out of hand, and before you know it, you people are having a serious issues that didn't really start with the two of you, and before you can say, you find someone throwing, either one person is leaving the house with their luggages, or the both of you are saying, okay, we are no longer doing this anymore. So you see, that's where the emotional maturity comes in. See, someone who can handle a situation, someone who can actually think for themselves. All these things are really, really important. Someone that doesn't actually base their problems or their solution with what people have to say or what someone have to say. You see, all these things are very important. Like we already know, we both like to bring solutions to a problem. It's not always complain. We talk about something, immediately we are finding solution to this thing that we are talking about. This is how we go. This is how we go. We don't just sit and talk about a problem. We talk about it, then
prefer solutions and start executing
immediately.
Shout out to our listeners, shout out to our viewers. Please like, subscribe and share. We hope you like our stories. We hope you like what we're bringing. We promise to bring more. And we're motivated by your clicks, by your likes, by your shares. Thank you very much, until we come to you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.